Whether you're a relative newcomer to the self-defense lifestyle or if you've been here a while doing it for years, one thing that we can all agree on is that accuracy is one of the most important things that you have going for you if you ever need to defend yourself with your weapon. There are a lot of tools that are available to you on the market to help you be a better shooter, and just going to the range on a regular basis also helps you become a much more proficient shooter while at the range, and if you ever need to defend yourself with your weapon. I want to show you a tool that I've been using for a while right now. It's called the MantisX training system. And basically what it is it's a small device that you stick on the accessory rail of your firearm that you pair to your smartphone via Bluetooth, and as you're pulling the trigger, whether you're dry firing or if you're live firing at the range, as you're pulling the trigger, it tracks the movement of the muzzle and it sends the information to your phone, and then you can actually see what's going on. So I'm going to give you a demonstration on it really quick. Here is one of my firearms. It's an XD9, Springfield XD9. It has an accessory rail on it. This is the device right here. This is what tracks the movement. There's gyroscopes and everything in here, and it tracks the movement of the muzzle, and it allows the shooter to know what they're doing wrong. So if you are putting too much finger on the trigger or too little finger on the trigger, or if you're pushing to one side with your thumbs, it tells you that, and it tells you basically a small way of how to fix it. So I'm going to clear the weapon. There's no round in the chamber, there's no magazine in the magazine well, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this on. So that is on now, and then I'm going to connect my phone, turn my Bluetooth on, and I'm going to connect my phone to the device. I'm going to lay it down on a flat surface for a minute while it calibrates, and then I'm going to show you how it's used. So here is the screen on the phone. This simulates a target. And there are different settings that you can do. So I'm going to press that. So there's train, there's history, there's learn, and there's settings. I'm going to press the settings really quick to show you the settings that I have it on. You can choose whether you're a righty or a lefty. You can choose dry fire or live fire, dry fire, or CO2. And you can choose forward mount or rear mount. So that just depends which direction the device is facing on your firearm. So now I'm going to show you the history. So as you can see, I've been using this for a while, and it tracks your history as you get better or as you get worse. I've been trying to specifically or on purpose throw this thing off to see how accurate it is, and I can say that so far it is fairly accurate in telling you what you're doing wrong. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click the train, and you have to click start, and all you need to do is get in your position, your firing position, grip. That was the score was a 94 just then. You can see I scored a 94. It told me that I was tightening the grip on the firearm, and then I'm gonna pull a few more times to show you. That was a 93.9. I was breaking my wrist up. 74.8. That time I was thumbing. So now I'm trying to throw it off a little bit so you can see what's going on. Now this time I'm going to do something with the trigger to see if it recognizes that I'm doing something wrong with the trigger. 52.5. So it definitely recognized that I was doing something wrong there. 90. That time I was trying to do it right. I got a 90 that time, but I was pushing it forward. So that means I dropped the shot down a little bit. So really quick, because now it's starting to rain, I'm going to show you this. I'm going to push the stop button, and then I'm going to, so I took 5 shots and my average score was 81. And I'm just going to, my phone's wet, tightening fingers. So it gives you a little picture, and it tells you what tightening fingers means, and then it tells you how to correct it. So it says when you're gripping your firearm and you're pulling the trigger, so a lot of people tighten their grip as they're pulling. What this is saying is that you shouldn't grip your firearm any more than it takes to squeeze a lemon. Right before it starts to drop the juice out of it, that means you're squeezing it too hard. So again, it shows you different stats, you know, different graphs, different ways how to get better. Here's each shot. So shot number 1, that's the muzzle moving around. The red X is where the shot broke. Again, where the shot breaks. 74, so I was high and to the right where the shot broke. This time I was way low and to the left. This was the 52.5 when I tried to throw it off with putting way too much trigger finger on, and you can see that it was low and to the left, so that worked well there. And this shot was a 90, and it was right there in the bullseye. So overall, this is a great tool, one that I've had for quite a few months, and I've been using it for I don't know how long, not the entire time, but I've been using it for a while, and I have noticed myself getting better. So what's nice is that you can use it at the range, or you can use it at your house to dry fire, so there's no excuse for you not to train. Another thing I want to show you is you click on the Learn button here, and it shows you a target. So it's set up for me to be a righty, just so you know. It would be different if it was a lefty, but you click on one of the parts of the target and it explains to you what's going on if you hit that part of the target. This particular one is tightening grip while pulling the trigger. Up here would be pushing. So you're pushing, the dominant hand is pushing the gun up and the firearm pivots around the shoulder. Over here, too little trigger finger. It means you're not having enough, you know, you need to have your trigger right in this pad of your trigger here. Too little would mean that it's more close to the tip. Too much trigger would mean that it's like right here on the first knuckle. Let's go down here. Slapping the trigger. It's pulled too rapidly. Breaking wrist down, so you're pushing the gun down a little bit because you're loosening the tightness of your wrist. So that's basically the MantisX training system. It comes in a Pelican little micro case here with some padding on the inside. And again, this is the box that it comes in. It's got some instructions. It comes with a cord so that you can charge it. And I'm giving this one away. This one actually has a brand new MantisX device and the things that it comes with inside the box. It's a full box. It's brand new. MantisX just sent it to me. I liked it so much that I decided that I wanted to try to give one away to one of our viewers, to try to help somebody out there, one lucky person, become a better, more accurate shooter, because you could be the fastest draw in the West, but if you can't hit the broadside of a barn, what's the point, right? So I wanted to give one of these away to one of you. The details on that are coming soon, so make sure you check back just in time for SHOT Show, and stay tuned for that as well. So again, the MantisX training system right here, any type of rail mounted firearm it can go on, and that's basically it. It's a handy little tool. It works well, and it's designed to help you become a better shooter. Thanks for tuning in.